What's up, guys? This is Corbin from the clan UARC, and today we are going over some upgrade priorities. It's going to be a very quick, fast-paced video on things that, in my opinion, I think should be upgraded first to prioritize your base and make it as effective as it can be. So it's going to be very situational, and I am going to be starting from Town Hall level 10, but pick up from where you are. If you don't have Inferno Towers or crossbows, just start after those. And I'm going to be demonstrating them on the base layout here. But without hesitation, the first thing everybody should be upgrading is the gold mines and the elixir collectors. And if you get / have dark elixir collectors, those would be next. And of course, anyone can guess why. The faster you upgrade your collectors, the more money you get in a faster amount of time. So those, in my opinion, are number one. No matter if you're upgrading, you're using gold, you're using elixir, that's kind of the basis of your entire base. Next, I would say, in my opinion, is super important, is your clan castle. This is going to be your biggest defense and your biggest offense. The higher level it gets, the more troops it can hold, and with the newest patch, they're not going to be able to bait your troops on defense. So it is extraordinarily effective to have that as max level as you can all the time. And then to follow up on your top priorities, you have your storages, simply because the more you can hold, the more you can collect, the more you can have. Life is good with storages. So we're rocking there. Next, I'm going to kind of dab into what you can do as defensive structures, gold-related defensive structures. Town Hall level 10, I would absolutely say your first priority is going to be your Inferno Towers. Super high damage on the single target. Their multi-target just got nerfed in the last patch, which is fine, because the reduction of healing effect is still insanely overpowered. So we're going with that. Next, we are rocking the crossbows, simply because they're also overpowered. Super long range, super high damage, and super fast attacks. And as far as a defensive structure goes, that's where you're sitting on a full base coverage. Now, after we get into this is kind of where things start getting opinionated and very much situational. My next option would be Wizard Towers. Reason for this being splash damage. As far as air defense goes, some of the highest rage right now are going balloons, minions, or hogs, and the splash damage from the Wizard Tower is just so strong. It can wipe out packs of minions with one shot. And in the splash damage area, mortars would be the next upgrade. Simply because as long as it takes to shoot, it can rock packs of barbarians, archers, giants take significant damage from kind of the mortar situation, and they don't move fast enough to dodge a lot of the bombs depending on how it's placed. So after that, we are going Teslas. Teslas are another controversial thing. I will definitely say with the Teslas, it is the highest single target damage in the game. That's the next thing I'm upgrading, because with the new patch, we just got Teslas level 8, and they do 99 single target damage. And with the upgrade to P.E.K.K.A.s, they do double damage to P.E.K.K.A.s. So huge, huge damage coming out of those Teslas. And after that, I always would say air defense. Air defense are going to be nice, because the higher level your air defense are, the more single target damage it does to dragons, balloons, minions, healers especially. It does significant damage. Its exponential damage is crazy. So the higher the level it gets, the way faster it's going to be able to take out those air units. And then after this, it could go either way between Archer Towers. I ran out of room. Archer Towers or cannons. Now, both of these can be flipped back and forth. It's really up to you. I will say, if you find yourself getting attacked by a lot of ground units where you need some serious single target damage, like giants, P.E.K.K.A.s, golems, hogs even, cannons are a solid first pick. If you are getting attacked by ranged units like archers, wizards, if you have the minions or healers that you need to take out, your archer towers are always another solid option. So at the same time, in the same level of priority in a different resource category, we are going Dark Elixir. And in a similar type of situation. Dark Elixir, get your queen and get your king ASAP. Even if they're level 1, it's still one more offensive unit, one more defensive unit, and they're always there. Super, super great tools. As far as upgrading goes, I would rush level 5, and then I would rush every 5th level. So if you plan on upgrading some minions or golems or something, do that. And then when you're like, today I'm going from level 10 to 11, just keep going, 11 to 12, all the way up to 15. Stop every 5 levels, because that's really where you're going to get your serious damage there. As far as Dark Elixir goes, we'll dab into more upgrade priorities when we do a video on your laboratory and your spell factory. I would say in a prioritizing category, bombs would be my next focus item. Big bombs, AoE air defense, single target air defense, and then your little bombs, which just got a huge buff. And then of course your spring traps don't require upgrading, but they are always good to have all the time. Keep all your bombs armed all the time. Super viable. So after that, we are rocking walls. Based on what level you are, what town hall level you are, walls are almost an intimidation item. The higher level walls you get, the more you scare people away from attacking you. Some people like that, some people don't. It really doesn't scale past wall breakers until level 7 anyway. So that's really what you're looking for. All this being said, your builders. Farm gyms. Take out the trees, take out the gym boxes, farm gyms. The more builders you have, the less resources you have sitting in your base. Super, super important. You know, there's other YouTube channels that advertise the way to get free gyms. It works. I've done it. You know, save up your iTunes gift cards from your birthday or, you know, everything. Use those gyms, get the builders huts. Super important. On the same level of importance as your gold priorities and your Dark Elixir priorities, your army camps are your #1 go-to item on the elixir part. Again, aside from your laboratory and your spell factory, your army camps are what's going to give you the big numbers on your attacks. If you do a lot of attacking, you have to have your high number army camps, followed by your barracks and Dark Elixir barracks. Those, you know, based on what town hall level you are and where you're kind of progressing, it would be the next go-to item. Those are very, very opinionated as well. But yeah, then I would say laboratory and your spell factory. Higher level you get those, the more options you have. Spell factory is fantastic. Rush it. Even if you're using 5 lightning spells, the faster you can get to 5 lightning spells is better than 4 lightning spells. Or any healing spells, rage spells, jump spells just got a huge nerf, and if you're not familiar with free spells, they're pretty OP in the later levels. Laboratory, obviously the thing that upgrades your troops, that's where it's at. High level troops, the way to go. So we're working with that. After all that is said and done, I would say Town Hall. There is really no reason to rush your town hall. You're going to be upgrading everything at the same time, at the same rate, whether you're town hall level 10, town hall level 9, town hall level 4. I mean, the only perk I would say is you get more resource collectors. But if you can't defend your base, it's not worth it. Town Hall 10s will get a higher percentage of your loot at level 10, and it's not worth rushing into it without a solid basis behind you. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I'm thinking that is about my priority opinion, and kind of some reasons why. It's all options, and if someone is confused or doesn't understand why I did something, feel free to drop a comment below. But yeah, we'd love it if you'd like and subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of videos on all sorts of different games coming out, old games, new games. We're actually going to be dabbing into some Xbox One games pretty soon, so that'll be pretty sweet. But yeah, so any questions, let me know. If you're in the clan UARK, awesome. We'd love to have you. And yeah, that is about where we're sitting today. Alright, well y'all have a good one, and we'll be putting out a new video in the next 2 or 3 days or so. Take it easy.